Welcome back to PLATT365. We have a special episode today. We are going to be talking about our budget and how much it costs to be on the road for 6 months in an RV. We went from New York down the East Coast, across the southern states, up the West Coast, and back. So we basically did a big circle, hit 26 states, 10 national parks, and a ton of RV parks. And we took all those numbers, we put them in specific categories, and we divided by 6 to see what our monthly budget was. So we thought we'd share that with you. We've had people interested in how much it all costs. So
yeah. We'll get into some of the breakdowns of the budget as we go along, but just first off, we're a family of 5.
Yes.
Plus 1 dog. Some of these things will apply to you, some of them won't. We tend to move every 3 to 5 days, so take that into account when you're looking at the numbers. And other than that,
yeah. So how many do we have? 10 categories maybe so that you could pick apart what applies and what doesn't apply to you. This has been great for us to see because we had no RV experience, so we had no idea what to expect. Yeah. So. We're going to launch right into the categories. We'll tell you how much it was per month, and then we'll kind of do a little sum up at the end. So the first category was called the trailer or RV/truck, basically the rig. How much we spent on fixing it up. It was brand new. We bought it brand new, so it didn't need to be like fixed, but we did some modifications. We also had, we didn't want to take all our stuff from our home. We didn't really know if we were going to go full-time or not, so we bought all new stuff. We had plates.
Not all new stuff.
Right. Pots and pans we kept because we had really nice pots and pans. So, but the rest besides that, right?
So this number does not include the cost of purchasing the rig. This is after we've purchased the rig. These are all of our modifications. These are all of the pieces of equipment that you need. All of the hoses, all of the water hoses, all of the modification supplies that we have done, and we have a 4-year-old photobombing us.
Hi, Nicole.
Okay.
All right. So all the things that you need in a trailer. So when you buy an RV, it doesn't come with like hoses and stuff. So you have to go actually buy that stuff. Plus dishes and silverware and stuff like that, and towels and sheets and stuff.
Chalks and blocks and
and we'll get into that later. Right now we're just talking about the budget. So the category of trailer/RV, every month we took all of it and divided by 6, came out to $575 per month. Now that was really front loaded because of all the stuff we bought on the front end, and is now kind of turning into like almost nothing. I mean, what was our lowest month?
The first month was about $1,900.
Right.
And then our lowest month was $86.
Right, yeah.
So it has a huge swing, and it's, you buy dishes and hopefully you aren't breaking your dishes.
When you're smiling, keep on smiling.
So you aren't having to buy them again.
Right.
So our next category, I'm going to move on. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Groceries. Groceries. Groceries are great. Now, here's another thing. We don't eat out at all. So...
You are fully caffeinated.
This is my second cup of coffee.
You are speed talking.
I've got the caffeine patch. It's my invention. Each patch is the equivalent of 12 cups of coffee. You can stay awake for days with no side effects.
Why don't you take a drink?
Okay, go ahead.
So,
groceries.
Groceries. Our grocery budget is higher than most people's because we have made a conscious decision to not eat out. It was a lifestyle change that we wanted to make when we went on the road. So, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is in the rig. We eat out, there's one caveat. If there's a special occasion or a special event, it ends up working out that we will eat out once a month. Yeah. So our next category is our eating out category. But for our groceries is about $1,600 a month. Yep. Again, family of 5 plus a dog, because the dog's food is also thrown in there. And our eat out category is about $120 a month. Right. So that, you know, however that plays with your situation it could be very different. If you don't cook, that would be very different than what our budget is.
Yeah, and we are happy to pay higher for groceries because you're eating better. And the food, I think, is better because she is a great cook. Just saying. Next is fuel, diesel. We have a diesel truck, so diesel can be a little more expensive. We have a different rig than you maybe, and so this number, and plus we move 3 to 5 days, and then once we drop the rig, we bounce all over the place seeing things. So this number is kind of high, but remember we saw 26 states in 6 months. We put 17,000 miles on the truck.
Yeah, so that's $770 a month.
Right, $770.
And that also is very location dependent.
Right.
If you're in California, your prices are far greater than if you're in South Dakota.
I think we paid $475, $450, something crazy.
It was ridiculous in California.
Yeah, one of the highest we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, camping, RV parks. This is a combination of, we did purchase a $700 Thousand Trails membership, which is kind of like the bottom level. Plus, I think 2 regional.
Regions.
Yeah, we did
2 additional regions.
So we have 3 regions total. So what did that comes out to, like $800 total?
Yes, it was $800.
So that's kind of spread out over this. Plus, we did a little bit, not very much boondocking. I think we did 6 or 7 nights boondocking, which is not much. So that total number is
$1,350.
Which comes out to about $45 per night. Now, a lot of you are like, ooh, because that is, higher than, but we're new. We didn't know. We don't make reservations. We show up. We don't stay for a week or a month because you get a lot of breaks for doing that. So when you're there for 3 nights, they hit you with their highest rate. And we're chasing good weather. So we're always, no matter where we go, we're at the top peak season. So, so $45 a night. On our next round through this, which will be starting shortly, I think that number is going to go down because we're figuring some things out. So next is things to see. This is kind of like, we did a rafting trip, national park pass, which isn't that expensive. This number is kind of low because we don't like to do pay to play like museums and stuff like that. We like to go to beaches, which are free. We like to go on hikes, which is usually free. So that number is what?
$235 a month.
Right. So that's nice to budget for and know what you're getting into. And we don't, like I said, we don't pay for a lot of stuff. So even at $235, we're talking about parking. We're talking about, there's a ton of really neat things to see throughout the country. But there's an unlimited number of dollars that you can put into this category. It literally is like infinity.
Yeah, so we did like the National Parks Pass and, the State Parks Pass, annual passes, which are, I think Washington State's was $30.
Yeah.
The National Parks Pass is $80 for the year.
Yeah.
So we did those types of things. So that was in that number. Now we do have kind of a special category that we call holiday and birthdays. And, we've been on the road for 6 months, so
there's
3 of us had birthdays while we were in the rig. And that's just, special dinners, going out and seeing a movie or something as a special treat. And for us, that's $175 a month.
Right.
So again, it's not a lot,
presents.
but it is making it's good to keep that in mind in your budget, that there are some special things and to remember to put some things aside for those special days. So the next category is another one that's pretty low for us, and that's just because of the timing of when we went. It's our homeschool category. We do homeschool our kids. And since we hit the second half of the school year and then most of the summer, it's only $35 a month.
Right. That's going to change though, because how much is it for curriculum?
What we normally budget for the year for both of the girls homeschooling is anywhere from $500 to $700, and I think this year we're actually getting away with about $350.
Some of it gets passed down from
so that varies wildly.
Right.
We don't do a lot of the online subscriptions. We tend to do a combination of books and old school workbooks.
Yeah, so
type stuff,
that's another front-loaded one, and we missed it on the budget, so that's kind of a fake number. What was the number again? I'm sorry.
It's $35
$35
a month.
yeah. So it's probably closer to like 100, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly that is printing costs. If there was something that needed to be printed, we would go in and get something printed. So if you, for example, for your business, you do have printing costs, that might be something to keep in mind.
Right. We didn't want to bring our printer. It was just one big bulky item that we didn't want to bring. So we could go to like a Staples or an Office Max, Office Depot, whatever it's called, and print there for like pennies. So that was great.
That was convenient for us.
All right. The next one is kind of a fake one. I mean, we didn't know where to put this, but it's tolls. On the whole southern part, as we were going that way, it was very inexpensive for tolls because we're from New York and that's just crazy up there. So the problem with this number is that we had our pay pass, what's it called?
Easy Pass.
Easy Pass? Easy Pass.
Fast Pass is Disney.
So we had the
Easy Pass.
Easy Pass, and so that was, it's up in your window, so we didn't really track that, and that's, getting through New York State and up through, those areas is expensive. So this number was only like $8 a month because that's just down the south area. So if you're going to be in the Northeast, you got to really budget for that.
Yeah.
And then the last one is this the last one?
Yeah, the last one is laundry.
Laundry, yeah.
And this number, when we put it together, it was $60 a month, but that is not entirely accurate, and that's due to a couple things where I would go grocery shopping and take out $20 and change that into quarters, and I would forget to note that on the receipt that that was for laundry.
Right.
It's closer to between $80 and $90 a month for a family of 5, and to do our laundry once a week essentially.
We thought about buying, because our RV has hookups, washer dryer hookups, and we thought about actually getting that, but we said, you know what, we've never done this before, let's try to use the laundromats at the RV park. That way in one day all the laundry is done, and then you don't have to like have this with 5 people. You would have to have a continuous thing of laundry going.
Which is irony, being back, selling our house, living in the sticks and bricks right now. That is one thing that I'm kind of like, I wish I could get all the laundry done in just one day and be done with it, because I'm constantly doing laundry, and I hate doing laundry. I really
She hates it, yeah.
laundry
This morning,
because it's never done. So a nice little bonus of being full-time and doing laundry once a week is you do it, you fold it, it's done. I don't have to think about it till the next week, whereas
now it's just always there.
I'm constantly.
It's Tuesdays, right? I think Tuesdays are our laundry days.
It was when we're on the road.
I mean, when we're traveling,
right
which is
now,
coming soon.
It's every day.
Coming very, very soon. We're so excited. We've had a little update. We've had a bunch of showings of the house, which is exciting. People have been here and in and out. We've sold all this stuff on Facebook Marketplace. We're stopping that, I think, because we've done enough of that. We met with an estate sale guy. We're selling all our stuff in an estate sale, and we're hitting the road full time. So very excited about that. We have one more video next week, one more, and then we're back to travel videos, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. So those are our categories, but we wanted to break out a couple things so that it might be...
First, before we break stuff out,
What's up?
we should probably tell them what the total was.
Oh yes, the total. total. Yes.
Our total is about $4,900 a month.
Right.
And that's all of our categories. Now, if you break certain things out, go ahead.
Right, oh yes, so we've got a couple things we broke out just so that you can compare apples to apples a little better. So if you take the trailer costs out, which we'll be probably taking out because we bought all the stuff we need in the rig, I think.
We hope.
We hope, yeah. You take the fuel out because you're probably not traveling as much. You're probably not as aggressive with your travel schedule. You might be, I don't know. And then you take the RV parks out because some people have like the Thousand Trails membership already. Some people are in can get a lot cheaper than $45 a night. So you take those out and it comes out to $2,200. So you go from basically $5 down to $2,200. And I think as we continue doing this, the numbers will start to drop more and more because it's all, again, it's all a lot of it's front loaded. So, so that was our budget.
Your wife really does like having hookups.
Hookups are
Just
really
saying.
nice. Yeah, we're getting better at not having full hookups, but having full hookups, you know,
It's nice.
it is nice.
And I do like it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's hot, if it's over 80 degrees, we've already decided that's our number. If it's over 80 degrees, hookups, right?
Yes.
So, anyways, that is the budget. Those are the numbers. A few things that are not included in that.
Oh, yes.
Cell phone bill,
Cell phone bill,
insurance,
medical insurance,
car insurance.
car and rig insurance is not included in that, and I think that was it.
I think that's it. So I hope this helps. If you enjoyed this video, like it, hit the bell, subscribe, do all that, and join us next week for our last video of season 2. And we can't wait to hit the road for season 3, which will be our big reveal next week of what we're doing.